Welcome to episode 11 of Oblivion Remastered Mods. Today we take a look at our first companion mod, an amazing new map replacer, a new gameplay system designed for the Dark Brotherhood, and a few other amazing mods. As always, a huge thank you and shout out to all of the featured mod authors in today's episode, and if you'd like to stay up to date on the newest and greatest mods coming to Oblivion Remastered, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to hear how you can help contribute to a future video I'm working on, make sure you stay tuned until the end. As usual, links and timestamps for all mods featured today can be found down in the description, but that's enough of all of that. Let's get to the mods. Roll the intro! The first mod we're going to be looking at today is Warrior Companion Junah, voiced follower mod by Dharma Karma Iowa? Dharma Karma Loa? I apologize, man. We're off to a rough start with me trying to pronounce the names. Anyways, after installing this mod upon entering your game, whether it's an old or new save, you'll receive a quest notification saying that you have found a letter in your pocket. And yes, I did forget to launch the game with OBSC when I got this pop-up, so there are some NL tags in this part of the video. I know, I'm dumber than a doorknob. I literally talked about NL tag remover a few episodes ago, but I don't know what to tell you, man. Regardless, going into your inventory and reading the letter, you'll see that the letter is actually an advertisement for a fighter for hire named Junah, who is seeking experience before joining the Fighters Guild. The letter tells you if you would like to hire her, she can be found at the Bloated Float in the Imperial City. After arriving at the Bloated Float, you will find Junah, a mostly voiced Redguard who you can hire at no cost. Junah's voice is the same as many of the other female Redguards in Oblivion, using vanilla voice assets. If I had to guess, they're being borrowed from somebody from Skingrad, because you can ask her about the legendary, ultimate amazing Oblivion NPC, Glarthier. However, Junah's character model is actually from an unused NPC named Gwendolyn, who was found in the game's files. Being capable of most things you would expect out of a follower, Junah will accompany you when asked, converse with you, lend you tools like lockpicks and repair hammers, as well as hold your items. Now, I don't have any footage of me giving her any of my items, because the way that this works right now is that she completely strips down and drops everything in her inventory in a sack on the ground next to her. You can then access the sack that she has dropped to give or take things from her inventory. However, when I went to go do this, I forgot that I had NBO installed, and let's just say that can't go on YouTube. Now, this may seem rudimentary when comparing to the standards of companion mods you can find in a game like Skyrim, but you have to take into consideration how early we are right now in Oblivion Remastered's life cycle. But to me, Junah helps bring in a piece of the game that's always felt absent. You have to remember how limited follower options are in Oblivion to begin with, and for those reasons, I think Junah is a great companion for your travels throughout Cyrodiil. And on top of all of that, Junah's mod author has welcomed and even encouraged others to use Junah as a template for other mod projects. So, to show that off, we're going to be looking at Junah Makeover by Pixie TJ. This is a simple NPC appearance replacer that will modify Junah and give her her own unique appearance separate from Gwendolyn. It's always awesome to see the community being so collaborative with each other, and I'm excited to see what the future brings. Segueing again, you will see here, while talking to Junah, there's going to be some changes happening to my dialogue menu. With another release by mod author Kates, creator of mods like Fuzz UI and better HUD, as well as many others. Better dialogue menu delivers a sleeker and more modernized take on the Oblivion dialogue menu. Tucking the dialogue choices fully into the corner and removing the black box containing the NPC's names, this is a great option for people that are looking to change up how the UI looks. Unfortunately, this mod comes with the options for monitors that have a 32:9 aspect ratio, as well as your standard 16:9. And there's even an option to move the dialogue boxes to the bottom right corner, as well as the bottom left. And if there's two things I love in a mod, it's customization and options. Sticking with mods released by Kates, I am nailing the segues today, guys. We take a look at another superb UI change, this time tackling the map. With Cyrodiil paper map by Caro Tuts, released by Kates, the map of Cyrodiil will be transformed into a beautifully hand-drawn rendition of the country. This map is nothing short of outstanding. Now showing more detail than ever, this map showcases everything from the heavy tree density of the Great Forest, to the hills and mountains of Bruma, to the swamps and ponds of Leowin. Not an inch of this map feels left out. If I had to pick a favorite aspect of this map, I love how the smaller settlements like Hackdirt, Way, and Applewatch are now included on the map. Fuck it, it's my video. I can pick more than one favorite thing. I also love how they chose to have each city's crest represent the city on the map. I did want to bring up, as some of you may have noticed when introducing this mod, I did mention that it was released by Kates, but in the description as well as the mod title, it says that it is by someone named Caro Tuts. So if I had to assume Caro Tuts drew the map and Kates was the one that published it. I bring this up because accreditation is important to me. I never want to leave someone I shouldn't have out, and I want to make sure that I'm talking about people's work properly. So if there are any discrepancies with the accreditation in this part of the video or in the future, please do not be afraid to let me know. Anyways, I would love to see this mod eventually get an update or a sequel that also covers the Shivering Isles. Regardless of all of that, I really cannot describe to you how amazing this mod looked loading it up for the first time on my nice 4K monitor. I'm no artist, far from it, but the only way I can describe it is that this thing is a work of fucking art. I would legitimately buy this map if I could and hang it up. What's that you're saying? You can buy this? So yeah, at this point, we're not talking about a mod anymore, but I did want to shout out the artist and their artwork. If you go to the map's Nexus page, or I'll make sure to put it down in the description as well, you will see that Caro Tuts, the artist, has a Redbubble page where you can buy their artworks, including this map as well as a map of Elsewhere. I did just want to take some time to shout this out. It might not be a mod, but it's always great when you can to support artists like this. And I am legitimately considering ordering a canvas print of this map of Cyrodiil. And if I do, I'll make sure to share it right here on YouTube. I'll make a little unboxing video and we can look at the print in person together. Anyways, this is a mod showcase video, so let's get back to the mods. Up next, we take a look at a new Reshade preset designed for those with more modest monitors. Cheap and dim monitor Reshade by Grease Never Dies aims to aid those who haven't decided to take out a loan for their gaming setup. By delivering a heavy contrast with turned up saturation, I can definitely see this Reshade preset making the game look much better for those with more inexpensive monitors. And honestly, that's great. I'm very grateful to have the setup I do. You know, like I've mentioned in prior videos, I've got a great 4K OLED 240Hz monitor, which is a complete luxury. It's 100% overkill. So while this Reshade preset isn't necessarily for me, I did want to share it. I've played many games, including the original Oblivion, on older or cheap monitors. Hell, the first time I would have played Oblivion, it would have been on the CRT TV with the ketchup and mustard cables. So if you are playing Oblivion Remastered on a monitor that's giving you a dull image with washed out colors, I'd recommend giving this Reshade preset a good shot. Just remember to bring a torch. Now, when showcasing that last mod, you may have noticed in some parts that there were some people in the way. You see, when filming for cheap and dim monitor Reshade, I entered a cave to show off what you can expect in low light situations. Well, when doing so, I kind of forgot that I hadn't cleared the cave yet, and I was really rudely interrupted by an enemy. Not that I couldn't defeat them easily, but they unfortunately decided to die like right where I was trying to film, and trying to drag them out of the way is just such a huge pain in the ass. I mean, I'm sure you guys are aware. Trying to move something this heavy in Oblivion is a pain. It takes forever, and that's even if you can move them at all. Well, luckily for us, we have With Anchor Arm's stronger grab force by Dang, this is a problem of the past. You'll now have the ability to quite literally yeet anything, anywhere. A big thank you to Dang for making my life much easier when trying to film something like B-roll and having an issue like this pop up. And it also, given the circumstances, gave me another great segue for this video, guys. I'm just killing it today. Now, unfortunately for this part, I don't have a great segue. So switching gears a little bit, we're going to be taking a look at a trending redesign for an extremely popular set of armor. The Shrouded armor in Oblivion is iconic, and especially on a newer character, it can provide some great buffs. Not to mention it's also drippy as fuck, and you can make it even drippier by downloading Dark as Night Shrouded armor by the listener's Fury. With 6 total options to pick from, you'll now not only be slaying your enemies, but slaying bitches in the streets. I'm never saying that shit again. That's just not me, man. It's just not me. I swear, like, each one of these videos is a goddamn experiment to see how fucking stupid I'm gonna make myself sound. Anyways, as you guys can see, the primary version of this mod is an edgy, all-black variant that looks super sleek. And if that's not your thing, there are a couple color options. You'll see now that there is a green and a red variant, both which detail the same areas with their corresponding color. I really love how both of these look. Keeping the splashes of color really subtle, you still have that dark, edgy assassin look to you. But if you're looking for something even more drippy, you can install the purple variant, which completely recolors the whole outfit to have a violet color scheme. Being completely honest, I just don't think I can pull this off. It does look super cool though. Now, as I mentioned, there are 6 variants, the last 2 of which I don't have any footage for. I'll make sure to pop up some pictures from the Nexus right here on the other 2. One is a variation of the all-black version, but it retains the red hand on your shoulder. And the last version is a modification of the red variant we showed off today, now including more red on the top half of your torso. I love all of the options that we have here, and I'd love to see even more in the future. Maybe we can get a Midnight Blue set? Now, what's the point of having this drip if we can't use it properly? One problem that happens in Oblivion regarding the guilds, as much as I love them, after you complete the guild's main quest line, there's unfortunately a lack of repeatable or replayable content available. Luckily for us, there is a new series of mods available that can help with this problem. With the mod Dark Brotherhood Infinitum installed, you'll now have access to, quote, over 100 randomly selected, infinitely repeatable assassination contracts. After installing the mod, when visiting the Shadenhall Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, there will be a new small round table located in the back left corner of the main common room. On top of this table will be a single envelope sealed, ready for you to open. Inside the envelope will be a randomly generated contract detailing you with a new target that you can go assassinate. And what's great about this mod is that these contracts are given to you like a normal side quest. You'll get a quest marker as well as information on your contract. So now, after picking up the envelope and getting the details on your contract, this plays out like any normal assassination mission. The targets that you'll be getting can be randomly found in all 8 cities in the game, and they'll interact and wander around their city like a normal NPC would. After completing your contract, you will need to return to the Shadenhall Sanctuary to get your reward. Your reward will be found in a sack on the same table that you got your new contract from. You'll be paid a specific amount of gold, which takes into account your player level. There is a version of this mod that halves all of the rewards, so if you find the default amount a little too game breaky, there's a great option for you there. Now, in the main version of this mod, you'll notice next to that small round table is a scamp named Creeper who has a chest in front of them. Now, apparently Creeper was an NPC in Morrowind. I haven't played Morrowind yet, so I'm unaware of that, but he's here. The reason he's here is because you'll notice after completing one of your new contracts, you'll receive a new specialty currency called Dark Tokens. Dark Tokens can be traded into Creeper for a variety of different goods. You'll see here that I traded in 2 of my Dark Tokens to get a random weapon, and I got a silver battle axe. It does seem like you can get some pretty great rewards from this. I think the mod page had some images of some enchanted weaponry, but regardless, there is another version of this mod that removes Creeper, and then a final version of the mod without Creeper that also halves the gold rewards. And what's great about this mod is that it is accessible at any time after joining the Dark Brotherhood. Whether you've just started and haven't even completed your first contract yet, or you've completed the whole quest line, you can access this mod at any time, and you can even install it mid-save. Now, if the Dark Brotherhood is not your thing, while I do plan on covering them in future episodes, this mod is a part of a larger series of mods, all of which expand on the guilds in a similar fashion. Right now, I believe there is a version for the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Thieves Guild, and the Arena. And of course, as it goes, as I was wrapping up recording this section of the video, an all-in-one package containing all versions of Infinitum has been released, so I would highly recommend checking that out. Our next mod aims to improve upon Oblivion Remastered's third-person camera by making tweaks to better align it with more modern games. With improved camera, Resident Evil 4 God of War style by Fire Syrup, your third-person camera will now mimic the cameras seen in those games. While I haven't played either of them, I really do like the simple change this mod makes. Honestly, when looking at the screenshots before downloading, I didn't think that this would be for me necessarily, but I'm glad I gave it a chance. By moving the camera's perspective on your character up and to the left, it opens up much more of the screen, granting you better visibility. I found this to be the most helpful in combat, especially when fighting a larger group of enemies, as you're able to keep your eyes on much more. And for the one dork who rushed to the comments to make fun of me for missing that Claymore swing, shut up, the Claymores are extremely slow in the remaster, and I don't want to hear it, frankly. Anyways, let's get to the last mod for today's episode. And with the last mod of the day, we look at a new add-on for the popular NBO mod. If you missed my last mod showcase episode, we showcased the extremely popular female body replacer, Natural Bodies of Oblivion, also known as NBO. However, this only tackles the female bodies in the games. Today, we look at the new Natural Male Bodies, NBO add-on by Krasu Pisak. And this mod does essentially everything that you would expect it to. It does keep the body's frame and shape relatively similar to vanilla, and that's on purpose. This is done so that the body fits clothes and armor in the game very well without needing other sub-mods. So if you're looking at the before and after and not seeing a huge difference, that's the reason why. So then you might be wondering, what's the reason to install this mod? Well, for starters, if you are interested, like the female version, there is a version that we cannot showcase here on YouTube that is the main version. So there's that. But since this is an add-on for NBO, that means that this body is compatible with body morph. So switching over to the body morph screen, you'll see that you now have the ability to make as many adjustments and tweaks to your character's body as you want. And I'm honestly really happy we got this male add-on when we did, because for those of you who did watch my last episode when I covered the base NBO mod, I didn't cover body morph at all when talking about it, and that's because due to the physics and the fact that the default version of it makes the body, God, I don't even know how to say it, more promiscuous, more sexualized, it makes it a lot harder to show on YouTube, especially when you consider the fact that there's physics. So if you did watch episode 10 where we covered the female NBO mod, which is like the main version, it does come with body morph. I just made the executive decision to not risk showing it. And with that, we can draw episode 11 to a close. Again, just want to give a huge thank you to all of the amazing mod authors who had their mods featured in today's episode. These videos would not be possible without all of your hard work. If you did end up installing a mod from this video, I'm sure all of the mod authors would appreciate it if you endorsed the mod. It's just like leaving a YouTube like. It's just one click to show that you are supporting the mod. And again, if you did end up enjoying this video and maybe you found a mod that you want to install into your game, I would really appreciate a like. It helps get this video in front of new people. Also, if you're like me and you're always looking for new mods to download, make sure you hit the subscribe button. While it's always fun to cover the really big trending mods, I do try to find as many hidden gems as I can, so stay tuned so you don't miss out on any great mods. Now, in the intro to this video, I did mention that I'm looking for some help in creating a future video, and that goes out to anybody who watches this channel and also happens to play Fallout 76. I understand this might be a thin, possibly non-existent margin of people, but you never know. I'm not looking to leak too much of what I'm working on in this outro, but if you're interested, join up on my Discord and message me. Part of what I'm talking about in that video will be about the Fallout 76 community, so I'm trying to get to talk to as many community members as I can and get their thoughts and opinions on certain things. So if you're very passionate about that game, or you have some passionate feelings, I'd love to hear about it. And getting back to Oblivion Remastered, I am always looking for new mod recommendations, whether it's to be showcased in a video or just for my personal playthroughs, so please leave all of your mod recommendations down in the comments. Or again, reach out to me on my Discord server. server. And lastly, before I roll the credits, I did just want to say a huge thank you to anybody who's left a kind comment on any one of my videos so far. Specifically talking about the last episode, I got so many kind and encouraging comments, and I really did just want to verbally say thank you. Trust me, I am probably more aware than anybody when there's a scuff or a screw up in one of these videos. I'm well aware that they are far from perfect. So reading down in the comments that people are actually enjoying it and like how I'm making the videos really means the world to me. But I think I've been rambling here long enough. We are reaching the 2-minute mark on the outro. Again, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to all of the mod authors again. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.